Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency and Wally Hatchett's Comfort Food and Drinks at 6439 Summer Avenue.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. Appreciate that conversation with Mike Butler of the Tennessee Wildlife Federation on that H.R. 8167 act that we're all trying to understand what it means and why anybody would even bring it up. I don't know, but appreciate that. And good morning to all you good folks out in Brownsville on 1520 AM, 95.3 FM. And I would say good morning to Sarah Beth Banks out there, one of our faithful listeners in Brownsville. Last time I heard, she and the family was in Alaska, I think. I wish I could go up there sometime. And also, of course, the News Talk 101.5 in Jackson, and right here in Memphis on 790 AM. Shelby McCall is our show producer, and we're going to kind of break away from Orlando and ICAST and all those kind of things because they've got a new addition to the family at one of my favorite places to visit and be is Ames Plantation out there near Grand Junction, Tennessee. I think there was one time there was 18,000 acres. I don't know. I think Alan Houston's walked all of them, and probably Rick Carlisle has ridden all of them. But we got a new assistant director, and happy to have Matt Backus on with us this morning. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
I'm getting better. The journey continues and everything. As soon as I get through this journey, somebody's going to have to buy me a meal out there at Ames at the Junction Inn or something like that, okay?
We can probably arrange it.
So I can get to meet you. But welcome to Ames. Of course, this is you've been there before. You know,
yes,
you know what the history is and everything. So talk about what it means. I know you're an East Tennessee guy. We have nothing against you on that. If you're a Vol fan, I have nothing against you on that. Except when you play the Razorbacks, then I have a lot against you. So, but anyway, what does it mean to come back to Ames?
It means a lot. You know, when I came here the first time, it was actually doing my master's work here and a couple other places, and kind of got bit by the snake, if you will. And, had an opportunity finishing up my master's here. And took it. So I was actually running the cow herd and trying to do coursework.
Yes, you were. Yeah. And people don't realize that. They think Ames is just growing crops, but you guys, I mean, you got some cattle out there too, don't you?
Yeah, well, there's about 200 head. It's actually the third oldest herd of Angus cattle in the whole country.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. Started in 1913.
And you told me this, and Rick Carlisle never told me. All he wants to talk about is bird dogs.
Oh,
you know, I mean, 1913, this herd started. It's the third oldest.
Mr. Ames brought him over from Scotland.
Did he really? Well,
sure
see, now already I'm glad you're on the show. I've learned something this morning, Matt. And I know your background. Reading this, I was pretty impressed. You grew up on a farm. Ag is in my blood. Grandfather taught animal science for 35 years at UT Knoxville. Your mom is a vet, and your dad works for a co-op. Hey, man, were you just expected to do what you're doing now?
I mean, not expected. It just
as a little kid, is this a dream job? I mean, to be part of this.
I mean, it is a dream job for anybody. Just
yes.
As far as the history and the great resources we have here, and just want to get the word out to everybody how great it is.
And I know when I'm looking this things over that cattle is your background, and you started your new job here on the 27th. I guess when you were here, how long were you here at Ames? 6 years or so?
6 years.
So you knew what this place is like.
Sure
do you remember the first time you came to Ames? Were you in school, I guess, weren't you? Or how did that work out?
Well, I guess the first time I don't remember, but Rick Carlisle's got a picture of me and his oldest son playing on their hearth in front of a fireplace.
Really? So how old were you then?
I think I was 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Yes.
So at that time, was this part of your grandfather had brought you over? Or, I mean, how did you How did you first come to Ames?
I don't know if it was my grandfather. You know, my dad and Dr. Carlisle were in school together at Mississippi State.
Oh, you had to mention that. You had to mention Mississippi State now. Okay, go ahead. All right. But your dad and Rick have known each other.
They have known each other.
And you've grown up around this place, and you know the legends of it. A lot of people don't realize the history and Mr. Ames and the Ames Manor. And when you step on that all of that, wrap yourself around it. What does it mean to you to be the assistant director?
It means a whole lot, Larry. Just being able, kind of charged with being able to continue this and letting our story be told, and maybe even telling more stories as we continue down the road as Ames Plantation.
And the history there, of course, I started with Mr. Jimmy Bryant, and then Jim Anderson, and then Rick. I think Rick was in diapers when he started there. I don't know, but he's been there a long time, and Alan Houston, Jamie Evans, all the crew out there. So where are you living? Are you living on the campus with your family, or have you got you a place yet, or what?
Yes, sir. I'm living on top of the hill.
You are living on top of the hill. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The highest point in Fayette County or Hardeman? I don't know. It might be, but so what was it like? I know you got you got a. If I'm not mistaken, Jones is 2.5, and only a man of science would put 2.5 for your son. Most people would just put 2.5, but you put 2.5. So I know you're a scholar, then, Matt. But and you're expecting a daughter in December.
In December, so yeah. Some people would have said I was crazy because the day that we moved down here with a 12-week pregnant wife and a 2.5-year-old, the high was 102. We just decided to come on.
A man from East Tennessee coming over here. Now you've won my heart. So now, folks out there in Outdoors with Larry Ray, now we know who brought the heat with him. Okay, mm-hmm. It was Matt Backus when he came here. So what do you look for now in your new job? You've been on it about a month. What is your daily routine for the assistant director? Following Rick around and make sure he gets everything right, or what's?
Well, he let me get settled in. We hadn't even unpacked, and he went out of the country for 3 weeks.
Yeah, he did. Okay. Well, no wonder June 2nd, 22nd was special for you. But what's the challenges?
Well, it's kind of like drinking out of a fire hose.
It is. Yeah.
But just I'm pretty familiar with the lay of the land, but just getting in tune with the people, making sure that I can be there for them or do for them what they need to have done to keep everything going and let them not have to worry about so much. Just getting in, there's a lot of balls up in
there.
We
is that.
Keep juggling them.
Yeah.
With getting ready for the field trials. We just got done planting food plots.
There you go. Yeah.
Putting hay up for the cattle and the horses. Continuing the wildlife research that Houston's got going. Yeah. And just being a gem in the UT system as well.
It is, and it's so historic because you're almost like you're on the reservation. I mean, everybody kind of lives there, knows each other, goes to church with each other, and everything like that. I've got to ask you from an agricultural standpoint. I've got many friends who are farmers in Fayette County and Hardeman County. They're dying, man. I mean, the heat, the lack of rain. How's Ames coping with all this, Matt?
We are dry just like everybody else. We've had a couple of timely rains in the past couple of weeks, but always needing more.
Yeah.
Just everybody's doing a rain dance, and we're trying to get along as best as we can.
Yeah, and that is important for you guys. A lot of people don't realize your part. Tell our people what Ames basically is.
I mean, it's a working farm, but first and foremost, it's a research and education center. So there's a lot of research that hinges on what the good Lord provides weather-wise and rain-wise and everything. So,
well, the University of Tennessee. I mean, you're part of the UT family, and a lot of people think, well, all they do is field trials.
Well, no, that's just one facet of the whole thing that keeps us rolling.
Yeah,
it's a great one. I love it. I'm excited to get in there with everybody on the field trials, but there's so many more things that make up Ames Plantation too.
There is, and you guys don't mind people visiting. I mean, no. Folks, if you've never been to Ames Plantation, I made the mistake one time of calling it Buford Ellington Boulevard, and I was corrected. There are no boulevards on Ames Plantation. Okay, Matt, don't ever call it that. Of course, I don't also ride a horse. Do you ride a horse, Matt?
Oh yeah, have to.
Hear that, folks? Yeah, they've tried to get me on a horse for years, Matt, and they've. I think I tried one time, and they put me on a Rebel. So I mean, I'm not doing that. But you guys, it's so important for everything. Well, we want to welcome you to this area, Matt Backus, and your family. Look forward to meeting you and getting out there. Don't believe everything they've told you about me, okay? I mean, because there's a bunch of misconceptions about me out there, okay? Other than I don't ride a horse, okay? That's a true statement there. But welcome there, buddy, and we'll stay in touch. I don't believe in luck. I'm glad to have you here, and look forward to seeing you down the road. Okay, Matt?
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. Thank you, Larry.
All right, buddy. Have a great day. All right?
You too.
Thank you. All right, let's take a break, come back, and wrap this baby up with our Outdoors of Larry Ray team in Orlando at ICAST, Ron Wong and Samantha Gage. We'll be right back.